This is the most situational spell in Clash of Clans. However, it can work on a certain few number of bases, so we want to go through and break down when you should use it and why, alongside planning and hitting live. So let's start here with the diamond base. This is a great recall spell base, and the way that you can identify this is by mainly specifically looking and seeing if you are more than easily able to cut the base in two. If it's able to fold onto itself, it basically is the exact same on both sides, making this symmetrical. So, for this plan in particular, we're going to be using our Queen Charge to specifically try to funnel as much of this as possible, while also removing the enemy clan castle, alongside then recalling her and using her more on the other side, where we can clear more structures and just get some nice percentage and funneling done and clearing the entire compartment. What this then leaves us with is using the Barbarian King on the other side to clear a bit of a funnel and also to continue to work his way down. What we then want to do is send in our main push, the dragons and Inferno dragons, through the rest of the base, while also using the battle drill as we move ourselves across the base. That is the easiest way that we're going to be looking at this plan, so let's see if we can do it live. Alright, here we go. We're going to start off with a baby dragon right here on the gold mine, with the Archer Queen right here. Once she gets locked on, let's drop in the healers. And I'm going to use another baby dragon on this army camp to get her to go in the right direction, so that way we can start using our rage spells. She's going to go into a lot of heavy fire, so I'm going to pre-place my rage right here. And let's go ahead and get our poison ready, so we can drop that there and use the free spell to counteract them. Let's go ahead and drop in an invisibility spell. And let's use... will we need another rage? Yeah, let's use another rage here. This isn't looking too bad. That's going to go down. We might... yeah, let's definitely freeze there. Whew, we are keeping our queen alive. Let's drop in another rage. Queen, go in for that eagle. Yep, there we go. Let's recall her out. I'm going to use my Barbarian King over here. Use a wizard as well to kind of help with that. And then I'm going to go ahead and come back up top. And let's go ahead and recall back our queen. Clear out some of these buildings. Let's go ahead and use our Barbarian King ability right here. And now with that all set in stone, I'm going to send in my battle drill with the dragons, balloons, the Inferno dragons, and the Grand Warden. And then let's go ahead and use our Royal Champion over here on the mortar. So this is looking pretty good here. Let's use some headhunters as we work our way in. And then we can use our Grand Warden ability to make sure that the Royal Champion goes down. Things are looking pretty good. The only issue, of course, is going to be the air sweeper there. But we have a lot of troops here. Let's use our RC ability right here. Should clear a good amount of those buildings. We still have our Archer Queen. Let's use her ability before she dies over to that. Battle Drill is doing a lot of work. We have a lot of troops moving through. And let's see, let's use an Archer up top. But there you go. You see how that recall spell can be used. And using the Battle Drill here with an air-specific strategy just completely overpowers this base. So honestly, if I were to say to you, this is a really fun strategy if you can use this really well against diamond bases, but absolutely without that seed machine popping, that is incredibly strong. For our next stop, we have the anti 3-star base, but the attack that we're using is Super Miners. You probably have seen this from Klaus of Navi using this at Town Hall 15, and let me tell you, it's a fun strategy that can work. Basically, the plan here is I'm going to be going in for the Town Hall with the use of the Flame Flinger. This is important for me so I can use the Queen on this side of the base and just funnel out buildings. I'm then going to recall her, then also use my Barbarian King with 2 witches to funnel out just a couple buildings here. That's it. That's all I want. I'm able to recall back my Archer Queen and just let her funnel out all of this. What that also now allows me to have is very simple pathing for the super miners, being able to kind of look something like this as they move through the base. Now, what's important is that we need to use the skeleton spells to distract the scatter shots, the single inferno, and of course any other point defenses. It's going to be super important that we do that in order to get a 3-star. Here's how we're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with the Flame Flinger. Use that right there. It's going to lock onto the cannon, but that's completely fine. Let's go ahead and use a Sneaky Goblin right there. And we'll use our Archer Queen right here with some healers. Now, with that being the case, let's just go ahead and drop in another Sneaky Goblin. Let's drop in 2 more, actually. And that should activate the Town Hall, and the storage goes down, so now the Queen's going in the right direction. We honestly don't need to use any rage spells realistically, but if we do need to, that's completely fine. But let's try to save that rage spell for the super miners if we can. Otherwise, I'm just going to kind of let the Queen walk through here. She's not going to get targeted too much. She should be able to get through that, and she goes out of range of the Expo. And then after that goes down, let's go ahead and recall the Archer Queen. So we got 2 baby dragons here. Let's use one over here. And let's drop in our Barbarian King with 2 witches. Let's use another Sneaky Goblin here, and let's use one here. And let's use the Headhunter to kind of help with the Barbarian King. That is really good. Let's go ahead and recall our Archer Queen right here. Good. All right, so now that's going to be able to create more of a funnel. So let's drop in our super miners now with the Warden on ground, RC, and let's go ahead and drop in our 2 Headhunters. Let's drop in a Rage, Grand Warden ability through this. Let's go ahead and drop in a Poison to deal with these super minions. Let's go ahead and drop a Freeze as well. And then let's start dropping in these skeleton spells. Let's see, let's pop our Queen ability. Things are looking good here, to be honest. Let's use a Rage in the core. Let's use another skeleton spell right here. Freeze for the Queen. Oh man, this is actually looking extremely good right now. We still have super miners up. Let's use our RC ability. Gets the eagle down. Royal Champion goes down. We still have a lot of troops remaining. Let's try to get a little bit of cleanup going. But look at that. That's a 3-star. And that just goes to show that using super miners is actually kind of worth it right now. I made some slight improvements with the strategy, and honestly, it just did so well. So that goes to show super miners are actually pretty strong with the recall right now. And of course, one of our stops here is going to be the box base. And the army that we're choosing here is another attack that's done by Klaus of Navi, which is the Queen Charge Hog Riders with the recall spell. Basically, the simple way to look at these kinds of bases is to mainly look at a U-shape being formed in the base. This means that you have a very simple kind of rectangular style shape right through the middle, or something through the middle of the base. That is what you want. So the plan here is simple. We're going to be queen charging one side of the base for the town hall. From there, we're going to use our Barbarian King to clear out multiple defenses from the other side. This is going to allow us to then recall our Archer Queen to clear multiple structures on this side of the base, which then allows us to send the Hog Riders right through into the Inferno and start moving towards the enemy heroes while being protected by the Rage spell, the Grand Warden ability, and even a back-end heal as we move in. This also allows us to use the Battle Drill again to go in on for the scatter shots in this case. Alrighty, so here's what we'll do. Let's go ahead and start with the Archer Queen right here. Let's drop in a Baby Dragon and the healers right here. So what I kind of want to do, and just make sure that the Queen is kind of handling here, is making sure that we're able to kind of set the tone and get her to go in the right direction. Let's drop in another couple balloons, and let's go ahead and replace our headhunter here to go in and help the archer queen. This should allow her to kind of get through. I'm going to go ahead and use another baby dragon over here. All right, this is looking good. So at this point, let's drop in a rage. Let's use invisibility, freeze, and poison to go in for these structures. So the headhunters are down, and this should allow us to use another rage in order to get through this spot of the base. Queen goes in for the wizard tower. That's kind of interesting. Please take down that. Good. All right, so now, once that town hall goes down, hopefully we don't lose the healers. Yep, let's recall her, and let's go ahead and use our barbarian king to use some sneaky goblins. Let's use our 2 witches. Alrighty, let's go ahead and recall our archer queen right here. Looking good. Let's go ahead and use our barbarian king ability. Let's use a couple wizards as well to kind of support. And now, let's send in our hog riders right in with the Grand Warden, RC, and the headhunters. Let's drop in a rage and a Grand Warden ability, and that should help to protect them. Let's use a battle drill over here. This is looking real spicy. Here we go. Let's use a heal right there in the core. This is looking really nice. I don't know if we're going to be able to kind of get through everything. Let's use our Royal Champion Seeking Shield. Ooh, we lost a lot of our hogs over towards the back end here, but that's fine. We still have the battle drill going strong. Things are looking pretty good here. Even though we did lose all of our hog riders, unfortunately, maybe the battle blimp could have been better. Let's pop our king ability, our queen ability right there, and that should do it. That is going to get us the 3-star. Nicely done, even though we did lose all of our hog riders, but in reality, it can still work with the hog riders still up. Now there you can actually see how the recall spell can be used in a wide variety of strategies and of course, different base types. Hopefully this helps you identify those kinds of bases and know which of these recall strategies are pretty solid on them. Of course, if you want to see more videos in this format, let me know. I really want to bring more base reading videos to you, and I feel like this is not only entertaining, but the easiest way that I can bring it to you guys.